Title: Strings of Fear. The Puppet Master. The first victim was discovered in a dimly lit alleyway in downtown Seattle, posed unnaturally as if mid-dance. Her joints had been meticulously severed and restrung with thin steel cables, manipulated into a grotesque ballet stance. A chilling signature was found near the body, a single marionette string tied around her wrist. FBI Special Agent Olivia Carter and her partner, Derek Holloway, arrived at the crime scene, the stench of damp pavement mixing with something more metallic, the unmistakable scent of blood. Olivia crouched next to the victim, her sharp eyes scanning the scene. "He's not just killing them," she murmured. "He's making them part of a performance." The victim, Angela Fisher, had disappeared 3 days earlier. She was a dancer, a promising young performer who had been preparing for a lead role in a local production. A sickening thought settled in Olivia's mind. Was the killer choosing dancers for a reason? Was he making his own personal stage? A twisted puppet master. The autopsy revealed something even more horrifying. Angela had been alive when her tendons were severed and reattached with the steel cables. The killer had turned her into a living marionette before ending her life. "He wanted her to dance," the coroner muttered, shaken. But only on his terms. As Olivia and Derek dug deeper, they found a disturbing pattern. Over the past 5 years, 3 similar cases had surfaced across the country. Women posed like puppets, their bodies arranged with surgical precision. The cases had never been connected before, but now it was clear. The puppet master was perfecting his craft. And he was getting bolder. The FBI's profiler, Dr. Lillian Graves, pieced together a profile. The killer was a highly intelligent individual with a deep knowledge of anatomy and an obsessive need for control. "He sees himself as a puppet master," she explained. "These women aren't just victims. They're unwilling performers in his personal macabre show." The next act, the breakthrough, came when they found a chilling online forum, hidden in the depths of the dark web. Titled The Grand Stage, it featured anonymous discussions about performance art, art that involved real human subjects. One username stood out: Master of Strings. Through digital forensics, the team traced Master of Strings to an IP address belonging to Victor Langley, a former puppeteer and stage technician. Langley had been fired from a prestigious theater company years ago for artistic misconduct. He had vanished from public life, but his obsession with control had clearly not disappeared. A background check revealed something even more disturbing. Langley had once been involved with a controversial experimental theater group that blurred the lines between reality and performance. It was suspected that he had forced actors to endure extreme physical and psychological stress for the sake of artistic integrity. Now, it seemed, he had taken his methods to an unimaginable extreme. Curtain call, the FBI tracked Langley to an abandoned opera house on the outskirts of town. As they entered, the scent of dust and decay filled the air. The stage was still intact, eerily preserved, and at its center, a lone figure stood, suspended by wires, his next victim still alive. Langley emerged from the shadows, his eyes gleaming with madness. "You don't understand," he whispered. "Art must be felt, experienced. Pain is the purest form of expression." Olivia stepped forward, gun raised. "This isn't art, Langley. This is murder." A twisted grin spread across his face as he reached for a lever on the side of the stage. The cables attached to the captive woman suddenly tightened, making her body jerk like a marionette. A muffled scream escaped her lips. Derek fired a single, precise shot, hitting Langley in the shoulder. He crumpled to the ground, howling in pain. Olivia and Derek rushed forward, cutting the woman free before any further damage could be done. She sobbed into Olivia's arms, broken, but alive. As Langley was hauled away, he chuckled softly. "You can't stop the show. The audience is always watching." Olivia felt a shiver run down her spine. Somewhere, someone else was watching, taking notes, because in the twisted world of performance art, there would always be someone willing to push the boundaries further. And the puppet master was never just one man.